kickabout. Los Lobos.
Hey guys, this is Spark Plus Ultra here, and this is my new What If that was commented by Tagaroon Google. And I hope you like this video. Yes, I know it's basically reference from Death L of Spawn vs. Ghost Rider. And I hope you like this video and hope you subscribe. In the Clover Village, in the middle of the night, there are two baby boys crying. And when we see the baby boys crying at the porch of the door of the Clover Village Church, the priest that was named Father Orion opens the door and sees two baby boys and says, "Oh, where have you guys come from?" And he looks at the baby boys. Father Orion then looks at the boys' notes on their crib and sees, Yuno and Asta. It's good to meet you. Orion then looks at their personality a bit. Yuno was calm, but Asta was very... Orion then said, "Asta, you have a funky nature." Orion goes to tickle Asta's foot and gets kicked. Go! And Orion says, "Oh, you have some strength, Asta." And then 5 years have gone by when Father Orion has taken in Yuno and Asta in the church. Yuno and Asta were having a bit of a brotherly sibling moment with each other in the church, and both messing with each other, and Asta had his sister Lily love reaction wanting to marry her, but getting rejected by her. And on a certain day, Asta was doing the church chores and being picked on by the church kids a bit, or joking with them a bit. But when Yuno was doing his church village to get stuff, he comes back with a sad look, and Asta comes and says, "Huh? What's the matter, Yuno?" And Yuno says, "It's nothing, Asta." And Asta says, "Doesn't seem like it's nothing." Asta then looked what's missing on Yuno, and Asta says, "Your necklace! Where'd it go?" And Yuno says, "It's nothing. Leave it be." And Yuno tries to nonchalant it, but Asta says, "No way! That is very important to you. It's the only thing that your family gave you, right? I'm gonna get it back." Asta runs to get back When Asta goes to the Clover Village, he then finds the men who took Yuno's necklace and says, "Hey, give that back to Yuno!" The man says, "Huh? Oh, it's one of those church brats. Why don't you get lost, punk?" And Asta charges and tries to grab the necklace that Yuno lost to them. But the man pushes him back. "Don't even try it, kid." Then Asta charges again. And then the man pulls out something he concealed. Then we cut to Yuno worrying about Asta. And then Asta comes back, injured. "Oh, that hurts." And Yuno says, "Asta, what happened to you?" And Asta says, "I got it back," waving the necklace. And says, It's good. You're injured." And Asta says, "It's fine," and gives his necklace back, but collapsed. And says, "Asta," and sees the wound. "It's a knife." Asta says, got injured. Then Yuna says, I'm taking you to Sister Lily to heal up. And Asta says, yeah, thanks. And when Yuna was doing that, carrying him to the church, Asta blacks out. Then we get to the unknown place. Then everything surrounded with hellfire and burns that Asta had never seen before. Then devils surround the area with delicious, undignified look of let me kill him! Let me give him something better. And all of the sins that they come forth. But then a being that came out of the hellfire says,
Asta, welcome to hell. I was expecting you.
Magalodia then shows a contract.
Asta, I made you a deal. I am Malbogia, and I want to make a deal for your soul. Asta, I promise you on this deal, if you sign your soul to me, I can give you one last time to see Sister Lily, and your soul is mine, and I'll grant you the power of my commanding hell spawn, and there is no take backs.
Asta hesitated. He wants to get back to see Liva one last time. Then Magalodia laughs. Then sends Asta back to his mortal body. After 10 years have gone by, Asta was in his teens, wondering, what happened? And Yuna was surprised. Asta! Then seeing Asta with a new look and a cape that was red and dazzled, brutish look. And then Asta says, hey Yuna, it's been a while. You're taller! No fair! And, happy to see Asta back. But, well, it seems like you're alive. You were in a coma for 10 years, so... And Asta says, years? Asta didn't realize it. Then Asta was contemplating, but then says, where's Sister Lily? I want to propose to her again. But Yuna was silent. Well, I don't think you would see her again. Then Asta said, you're kidding, right? Alright, I'll go look for her. Then Yuna says, wait, Asta! Then Asta looks and sees the grave, and then sees Sister Lily's gravestone. Kidding. Then Yuna says, I'm sorry, Asta. Then Asta takes a hesitation when hearing his laugh and seeing the contract. Then Asta thinks, alright, you big scary uggo, I'll sign. And he signs the contract, and Malbogia laughs.
So, Asta, get to your body now.
When Asta was sent back into his body, Asta breathes. What happened? I can feel myself. Then Yuna was shocked to see Asta back on the bed, even standing and waking up. And Asta says, Yuna! And says, Asta. Asta says, huh? Why are you so tall? And, then hugs Asta. You're alive. You're back. And then Asta says, huh? How long has it been? I haven't even seen you. How long? And then, says 10 years. And Asta shut here. 10 years? Maybe I got taller. Getting out of his bed and, then says, no, you're still a bug. Asta says, damn you! I need to see Sister Lily. And when Asta was going to try to see Sister Lily, and holds his shoulder. Asta, I don't think it's a good idea. Then Asta says, what? What do you mean? Then the other church kids seen Asta back alive. Asta! Well, all of them hugging Asta, but something saw Asta and feel a little different, and then realize this man, it doesn't feel right. Then Asta says, Then black formation around his body with white marks of a mask. What the? Then a cape appears, and Asta was glowing with green eyes. What the? This is gonna be a long story, but where's Sister Lily? And, and all the church kids. And when Father Orion then sees Asta alive, and Asta says, Father Orion, where's Sister Lily? Then Father Orion, silence. It was in the air, something that was like a toxin around the body, the air around them. Asta says, where is she? I want to see her. And then, Orion and all the church kids look at him and look at each other. And then says, Asta, and Asta says, what happened to her? What happened? Then Orion says this, she's gone. Huh? Then Orion gives him a little whisper around the ear, saying, she's dead. And Asta felt the whole world crumble. No! Asta rushes out of the door, tries to find Lily, but then he sees a graveyard, a cemetery stone. Asta was in shock. Asta then digs her grave, thinking it's a joke. No, it shouldn't be like that. Come on, you guys aren't joking. Then, when digs her, Orion says this, Asta, no, you can't handle it. You just got out of it from dying. Asta smiles and says, no, come on, you're kidding. It's gotta be a joke. And says, it's not a joke, Asta. Then he sees a coffin, and Asta says, no. Asta then opens it with his bare hands. Then sees a Sister Lily decomposed body of corpse. And Asta, in shock, just stammered to see her body. Then Malbosia appears and says to Asta,
like I said, Asta, you see that one last time. Now, get to your job right now.
While she was in her corpse. Then, when Asta was going back into the church house to contemplate, Asta felt another unexpected feeling. He hears whispers in his mind.
No, please, not like that. Brother, no, don't leave me.
With each step, of his walking, Asta felt his soul, hearing everyone's pain. Every will of his body steps forward with no set of his mind. His will was always steady, not faltering. His soul not destroyed, not corrupted. He'll have to endure it. Then, when Asta was contemplating on what is happening, then knocks on his door, and Asta says, "What is it?" Doesn't even know what's going on. But says, "I don't understand where you're at, but I was gonna tell you about the grimoire. You can come if you want. You can do whatever. Just try to lighten up and get your mind better. Alright, Asta." And Asta said, "Thanks, Then, left to get his grimoire. Asta still contemplating on what just can't. But then, when Asta finally got back to his senses, Asta then walks out of the church, feeling his soul tormented by that effect. And Asta was not being consumed by this. Well, no bullshit. I'm gonna make you regret ever pissing me off. And he goes to see Yuno's grimoire. And when he gets to the grimoire's top, he sees someone ensnaring Yuno with his chain magic. And Asta came in. Why do you have Yuno's grimoire? Asta was so pissed. And then Ravage Selic says, "Who the hell are you? I don't even know what you are, but you should get away. This is none of your business, Ugo." And Asta says, "Well, that's the first for a lot." And then chains come out of Asta's claw. And then Ravage Silic uses his magic to try to snare Asta. But Asta's chains were much, much stronger. And Ravage Silic says, "What the? Okay, let's see if you can handle this again." More came around. Asta dodges, and every step he felt every soul of pain enduring his soul, trying to corrupt him. But Asta enduring, but then he stopped, feeling one intense pain from his soul. And Ravage Silic says, "Gotcha." And ensnaring Asta, and Asta says, "Damn, you got lucky." And Ravage Silic says, "Well, this is interesting. Your magic isn't unique, but it says something about you. I might honestly sell you for some good cash." And Asta was burning with fury how he's saying it, but feeling his necroplasm being sucked away. Could get out of here. A miracle happened, or should I say, a devil. A 5-leaf clover appears to Asta, coating his chains and breaking Ravage Silic's chains. But when the black-coated chains were snapping Ravage Silic's chains like a toothpick, something uplifted his soul from the pain of everyone. The grimoire helped him on relieving a bit of his pain of everyone. And Asta smirks. I think I would love this grimoire. And Ravage Selig says, "What? How?" And Asta then teleports in front of him and grabs him. "My, you really pissed me off. Why don't you go to hell?" And Ravage Selig says, "What? No." Feeling the fear of his Asta and never feeling this before, then Asta looks in his eyes and says, "Why don't you feel the punishment?" No, no! Ravage Selig was panicking and feeling the torment, the people he did, and killing him. And Asta says, "Jesus, I'll be damned." And Asta looks at his grimoire, and it's called Anti-Magic. And Asta smiles on seeing the grimoire. I think this is my miracle. And Asta grabs Yuno's grimoire and gives it to him. "Well, I think I got back from hell and guess I have to save your ass, Yuno." And Yuno chuckles and says, "Well, Asta, you're still as short as a beetle as that?" And Asta says, "Cocky prick." Then both of them go to the church. And that's where I'm ending this video. I hope you liked this video and hope you subscribe. See you next time.
And kill the blade. Kill the pain, don't let it breathe. Through the fire, let it see. Burn it all down, tear through the chains. Let the madness wash away the stains. I don't need to feel, I don't need to cry. I'll crush the heart, let it die. I set it free.